Hello there everyone. Today I figured I'd show you my in-progress WORB build that I've been building on SSF Standard. And it's currently quite bare bones. We're just level 82. Still using a bunch of gear that I got from Harvest a million years ago. But some of these pieces, like this piece for example, is not even close to ideal for this build, but most of this stuff is pretty good and probably won't be replaced during the duration of this character, but there's lots of things missing, such as gem levels. I mean, my determination's level 16 for example, so there's lots of improvements to make in that department. And also my fast setup is pretty scuffed, but I've got a legacy dying sun which accounts for a lot, it turns out. And I've just really been enjoying this build so far, so I figured I'd take you through a pretty regular strand map, tier 4D. We'll see how it goes. Honestly, I think most of the satisfaction out of this build comes from the Herald of Ice though. It's been a while since I played a Herald of Ice build, and it is very satisfying. Of course, when you're doing even a decent amount of juice, oh, that's rough. Don't have default attack on left mouse, kids. It's rough. By the way, I'm sure you can also hear it, but I am getting this super strange sound bug, I believe. I think it's related to Legion being inside of the map, but I'm not entirely confident. Sadly, we didn't get a bonus essence mob, but you can see that the damage is certainly lacking when it comes to like essence mobs or anything of that sort, really. So I believe in time we'll probably get there, but it's not the best. I've had to bail out on a more than one boss kill so far, even in Strand, which is not known for being the hardest bosses exactly. See how this intervention goes. Yeah, you can see that I'm getting chugged for a decent amount here. Let's execute you, let's level that up, make you that trusted. But having all this gear from Harvest is obviously a huge thing that just carries you through a lot of troubles, but I'm hoping I can find some pieces to actually replace some of the old Harvest gear I've got, because all of the old Harvest gear I've got, they're all like influenced or double influenced pieces, and I'm thinking that I can probably make some pretty good projects actually with Searing Exarch and Eater of Worlds and implicits. So I'm looking at some of the old projects that I created then, and also just rares I've had, and thinking about what kind of implicits I could get and how they could fit onto my existing builds, or perhaps even enable something new. Let's just do a quick research, which is honestly like the best thing ever, because there's a million rares. It's always good when you're playing Headhunter. Ooh. At the moment I'm just like running Betrayal, don't really have any goals for it. I'm just letting it do whatever it will, which is probably not for the best, but it's perhaps the most efficient in terms of time, at least. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself. Just like to teach it. I think my Chaos Rest is it's actually pretty terrible. I was gonna say it's decent, but I think I've got the one roll on my ring and then that's about it. So that probably needs to be slightly better, even though I do experience that being less of a problem ever since one of the 4 conquerors isn't part of the end game. It's just that Houseman guy, he's pretty much a chaos guy, it's his thing. Also got spec'd into all of Legion, so I know that there's going to be a general down here, another one. See, I'll probably regret that specific life choice, perhaps. With the whole monsters deal extra around me. It's going decently so far though. Yeah, there you go, that's that one then. There's a decent chance of die here though. No, no. Got my level. And I also got proximity shield, which is pretty good against Marcus Lion, it turns out. My tree is also a mess. I don't have any kind of cluster set up, which I really should. So that's another part where I feel like there's more to get. And don't worry, I will go back and loot this map when I'm done. That was a decent lag spike as well, and I'm not even sure what that was due to, since there's barely anything there. Oh, right. It's also possessed, so we'll see. I think there's a good chance of that here. Oh my god. Yeah, no. I'm out. I'll go back in for all that loot if I can get back past the unique the bosses, possessed bosses. I think that's about it. If you want to see my atlas tree, I'm not saying that this is optimal by any stretch of the imagination, but this is what it looks like at the moment. I opted to go for Harvey, Essence, Strongbox, Legion, Eater Worlds, and then Sextant stuff and some Betrayal stuff. That's about it. If you have any questions, thoughts, comments on how I should move forward, I would greatly appreciate that. Otherwise, thank you for taking the time to listen to this video. And I'm hoping to see you around. Have a good one. Bye-bye.